I hope you all saw the monologue I did yesterday about Elon Musk saying that Apple is about to bump Twitter app off from its app store. Well, this is a continuation of that, and I'm going to share with you a couple of letters that have been written by very famous people. The first one is by the FCC Commissioner, Brendan Carr. He wrote this letter to both Google and Apple asking them not to allow TikTok downloads from both App Store as well as Google Play. He lists out the reasons why this should be done, and a very important point that he mentions there is that first of all, TikTok, without the permission of the user, is actually harvesting the data and sending it back to servers in China. That was the first thing they are accusing. In fact, the number of downloads of TikTok is just going through the roof. In just one quarter, he writes that 19 million downloads happened of TikTok. I'm going to share you that letter. Here we go. This letter was written to both Sundar Pichai and Tim Cook, and he's saying that he's got a new report that sheds fresh light on the serious national security threats posed by TikTok. I'm not going to read the entire thing. That will take too long. You guys can read it. I'm going to give you the links to where you can access the entire letter. This probably, you may have read it already because it's been doing the rounds on social media. I'm going to try and bring all these things together. That's why I'm putting up these things. The important thing is that it is accessing users' most sensitive data, and all this is happening including passwords and so on, and all this is happening in the garb of saying that you're going to be playing TikTok, you're going to be watching videos on TikTok. What does watching TikTok have to do with the app wanting to get all your sensitive data, including your passwords? We don't know whether they fixed it or not, because after this letter was written, this was in June 2022, they came back and said all our data is going to be on Oracle servers. Now here is where he's catching them. He's saying that, okay, you're saying that all the data is on Oracle servers, but there is nothing preventing data from the Oracle server to go to China. In fact, he's making a compelling statement and saying, if India can ban TikTok apps, why can you not ban them? So there is pressure on both Apple and Google to ban TikTok. So when Elon Musk says that Apple is going to throw us out of their ecosystem, I think these kinds of pushes and pulls are happening every day to both Apple and Google. They are under pressure, either do this thing, and why would you not do this? So this is a fairly serious allegation that the commissioner of FCC is laying at the door of both Apple and Google. To this date, TikTok has not been banned, although they are expecting that it will be banned. So what is the force that is holding these two people back, Apple and Google, from banning TikTok? Do they think that this will result in a steep loss to their shares? I don't think so. So what exactly is the reason? Only they can answer this question. Now, there is another important letter that came yesterday to Mr. Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, from a senator, Josh Hawley, and he is saying that you are collaborating with a totalitarian China government, and what is your strategy for getting out of China? Basically, he's asking that question. He's not in those direct words, but he's citing some instances. Like he's saying, Apple makes more than 95% of the iPhones in China. What are you going to do to get out of the disruptions caused? Because the workers in Foxconn just quit. They got tired of COVID restrictions, and even as they were trying to flee the company, they were being beaten up by people in hazmat suits, being forced to ask to go back to Foxconn to work. And some of the working conditions in China are inhuman, guys. I saw this thing many years ago. Nothing has changed. The factory will be in the middle. Around that, you'll have dorms, and the dorms will sleep like, 6 to a room. They'll have 3 beds. So basically, one person is sleeping, the other person is working. I don't know if they have 3 person to a bed. It's just inhuman. The workers, the only thing they can do is get up, shower, eat, go to work, and then come back from work, go to bed, sleep, and then cycle repeats again. It's really, really, really tough conditions of work that they have in China. That's what gives them that immense productivity. Anyway, so he's saying, what is your strategy? How are you going to get out of China? How are you going to make sure that the treatment of workers is humane? And also, what are the risks associated with the zero COVID policy as far as Apple's maintaining its output? iPhones especially, and we know that there are backlogs for iPhones. People have placed their orders and they are waiting for their iPhones for several months. iPhone 14 is a rarity. You can hardly see the iPhone 14. It is still not available. And he also asked the very tough question, if China were to invade Taiwan, what impact would that have on Apple's ability to manufacture and sell its products? And how will you communicate this to your stakeholders? So there is a certain sense of urgency being put by this letter by Senator Hawley to Tim Cook. So Cook is under a fair amount of pressure right now. He has people not being happy. They've ordered their iPhone 14s. They're stuck and they don't have the unit in their hands. The revenues are going to be going down. Stock is not doing very well. Plus, you have Elon Musk rattling saber. You have the FCC commissioner writing letters, and now the senators are jumping on the bandwagon. And you also saw Governor Ron DeSantis making a very political statement saying that Apple has become a vassal of the CCP. So things are really heating up right now. I can sense that Tim Cook is sweating. So is probably Sundar Pichai. And Elon Musk is having a different kind of a challenge in his hands. He's trying to keep his flock together, flog them, get them to work, make money for Twitter. I don't know why he has gotten himself into all this stuff. As if running 2 or 3 more companies isn't enough. He has jumped into Twitter also. Anyway, we leave it to him. He's a crazy guy in a good way. Okay. So whatever happens, things are going to be bumpy for a few weeks, and we'll be there to tell you all about it. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.